Hello and welcome to LuckyMath. In this video I'm going to show you how you can solve such a problem as, for example, 2 to which power x equals 8. And I know that this problem is not a challenge for you, because you know that the solution is simply x equals 3. Because 2 to the power 3 will lead you immediately to 8. But now let's say you have the problem 3 to which power x equals 243. Then I'm sure that you're going to be relieved that there exists such a function as the logarithm, which will lead you to the solution of x. So if you've seen my earlier video on the logarithm up here, then you should know that if you have any exponential function a to the power x, where the base a can be a real value that is greater than 0 and not equal to 1. If you don't understand these restrictions, check out this video up here. And the argument x can be any real value. Then there exists an inverse function to this exponential function, which is the logarithm. So the log to this same base a applied to the exponential function will lead you back to x. And by now you should also know that if you have the logarithm to any base a of, let's say, y as the argument, where y has to be a real value that is positive, because the argument in the logarithm has to be greater than 0 always. This is already the case here because a to the power x is always greater than 0. Then the inverse function of the logarithm to the base a is simply the exponential function to this same base a. So a to the log to the base a of y will lead you back to the argument y. Now let's try to apply these rules up here to solve such a problem. And let's say we want to solve 2 to the power x equals 8 by use of the logarithm. And what you always do is you apply to both sides of the equation the log to the base 2. So you take the base 2 that is already in the exponential function and you apply it to both sides of the equation, and what you would get on the left hand side is the log to the base 2 of 2 to the power x, and on the right hand side you would get the log to the base 2 of 8. And now check out this relation up here. Isn't this the same as this if you substitute the value a by 2? It is. And therefore this simply is x. So x equals therefore the log to the base 2 of 8. And this is the solution that we were looking for. Log to the base 2 of 8 will equal the value 3. So what this really tells you is 2 to which power x will lead you to 8. And we can apply this, for example, also to solve this problem up here. So in this case it would be the log to the base 3, which is already in the exponential function, of 243. Because this tells you 3 to which power x equals 243. Pretty handy, right? So in general, if you have a problem as a to the power x equals the value b, and you want to solve for x, then the solution is always x equals the log to the base a of b. And this will lead you to the value that you're looking for, x. Now let me show you some other approach to understand this even better, which is this one right here. So let's solve again this same problem, and we have as a base a, we have the value 2. So 2 to the log, to this same base 2 of y, which in this case would be 8, will equal 8. And what you can see right here is that 2 to this power up here will lead you to 8, right? So this up here, this exponent has to equal x. And this is exactly what you were looking for. So thanks for watching, rate the video, subscribe, and see you soon again when I say welcome to Lucky Math.